guys. Today is Wednesday. No, whoa. Today is Tuesday, y'all. Um, August 4th, I think, and it is 10:39. Today is our district wide PL day. Actually, they're having district PLs from here until I want to say the student orientation um, week, and yeah, but I think not I think my school asked for us to do our district PLs on today and the 11th. So today is our district PL day. Of course, it's not in person; it is online. So um, we are. So mine is not. My class is not until 1, and then 3. I have one at 1 o'clock from 1 to 2:30, and then I have one from 3 to 4:30. I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I'd really tried to get morning classes so I could have my afternoons, but they were full. I signed up yesterday, and I wanted to make sure I did mine on the correct day. So afternoon classes were the only ones that were open. I do have to sign up for one more PL. But anyway, so yeah, so right now I'm doing running some errands, so I had to go to the bank this morning so I could pay my bills. And then and right now I'm at Dollar General. Um I'm about to get some school supplies that I just need. I'm just gonna pick up some like pencils and scissors for my classroom because they are right now running. I'm sorry, I'm so spacey. I'm just trying to think of all I had to say. Right now, they are running a coupon by $15. So once you 5 off of $15, excuse me. So once you spend $15, they are going to take off. All right, so I got cut off. But once you spend $15, they're going to take off $5. And right now, their scissors are 50 cents. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these scissors because I was looking at them in like July because they are the colors of my classroom. And I did buy scissors like at the beginning of my teaching journey. They're so old and whatever. I am going to keep them around because they do work. But I did want some scissors that matched my theme, my classroom theme. So I'm about to run in here, and then when I get home, I'll show y'all what I've been doing this morning, what I've been working on. Hey y'all, so as you can see, I am back home. Right now, well, I was looking at my Google site. I created a Google site, and I'm so excited. I'm still playing with it. I am gonna create I'm gonna finish making my Google site. For the About Me page, I had my mom send me some pictures from when I was in 3rd grade because I teach 3rd grade. I'm gonna have her send me pictures. Oof, I was rough. I was really rough, y'all. So I'm I'm gonna upload the nicest ones onto the Google site, and yeah, when I go home, hopefully this weekend, I'll see if I can find some more from when I was in 3rd grade. I was so chubby. Oh man, so I'm gonna put those on my Google site and for the About Me. But that's what I'm working on now. In about 20 to 15 minutes, like 15 minutes, I have a professional development. So I really need to be ready for that. So much to do. Okay, y'all, I had to take a break from looking at the screen. So I'm gonna chill for like a couple minutes after I watch this show. And then I'm going to get back on there and finish putting together the things for my small group planner and my teacher binder. I decided I'm going to change a couple things in my teacher binder so it doesn't be so it isn't so bulky. But yeah. So right now I'm just chilling because my eyes hurt. I've been on the computer nonstop since 1 o'clock. It's now 4:30. It's now 6 o'clock. Wow, it's now 6 o'clock. So yeah. Hey guys. All right. So right now I am working on my small group notebook or planner. Um and you all know this has been a project of mine all summer. Y'all know I haven't done anything all summer. So I wanted to flip it around. I finally got everything kind of in place how I wanted. And keep in mind I did plan for if they told us we will be teaching, we will be self-contained. I did plan for if they told us we would be self-contained. So I do have reading things in here as well, which I won't print, but I'll just show y'all what I use or what it's going to look like once I print it. Or I will show y'all what it looks like on the computer, how I set it up, and then I'll print it and put it in my notebook, and maybe I'll just give y'all a flip through once it's all set up. Now, I did use 2 resources. I think I spoke about this in my teacher binder quarantine video. I'm going to link it up here. So, or over here, I don't know where the card is going to be. It's going to be linked in the card. But I did get my, I have 2 resources that I use to put this together. One of them is the teacher planner from Joey. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, and I'm not going to try because I don't want to mess it up. And then the second one was a intervention binder. Well, not intervention, but a like small group binder. And I made these in the spring before we were quarantined, and it was very helpful, y'all. Like for the spring semester, I started it out with that, like term 3, we were rocking and rolling. And it really did help keep me organized as far as my small groups. I have struggled with small groups from day 1, year 1. Actually, year 1, I didn't even do small groups. Year 2, I tried a little bit, but I was still trying to understand 5th grade content. Year 3, I really did small groups. Like that's when I got into pulling groups and having centers for all my kids to do while I pulled groups. And that's when I really enjoyed small groups. Like I used to tell my team all the time, I really rush through, not even like rush through, but I do the whole group. I don't care. Okay, let me back up. I do whole group. However, I don't really focus on if they have fully grasped it. I just want to make sure that they kind of got what we're talking about. Like whole group is like the appetizer, and small group is the entree to me. So that's where I'm going to spend the most time. The kids are closer to me. I have their attention. And so I really do enjoy, like I really enjoy small groups now. At first I was scared because I was really intimidated, to be honest. It's an intimidating thing to have 4, 5, 6, because they say small groups can be up to 6 and 7. But to have that many children sitting around you, and you have to really know what you're talking about. You have to really know what you're doing. So that was just my issue my first year and second year. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. I didn't have anything to guide me as far as my small group. So I know my principals, because I was in 2 different buildings for my first and second year, they kept saying, you need to pull groups, you need to pull groups. What does that look like? I don't know what that looks like, because when I did my student teaching, my actual student teaching, not my practicum, they didn't pull small groups. My student teaching was in a science class, so she didn't pull small groups. She just taught science. They did a project, and they had independent work. And so that's why I felt really comfortable doing a model lesson, because that's what I did in student teaching. Now, my practicum 1, I was in kindergarten classroom. She did, of course, pull small groups, and I had a small group. But that was practicum 1. That was the first teacher class that I had ever. And, you know, I don't really remember that. So, anywho, so yeah, that's that. So now I really do enjoy small groups. And I really have, over the past 2 years, I have really tried to make that my focus on really planning for small groups, because the lessons, the main lesson, the mini lesson, or whatever you want to call it, is it's already gonna be planned. That's gonna be the fun part for a lot of teachers, is planning that lesson, if teachers like lesson plans. But that's the easy part, is getting up there and presenting the information. But small groups has always been just the thing that I really wanted to accomplish. And I think I've done a pretty good job. And so I'm rambling now. But my small group binder is what's going to help me using these two resources, which have been very beneficial in the past. And then what I also use for small groups, especially in math, I bought the math workshop, which I got the idea, or I found it through one of the teacher YouTubers that I watch. Y'all, that math workshop book is just on point. It's on point. It lets you know the activity that they're going to do and how you teach it. That's all you need. So with math workshop, I was pretty good. It was just reading that I was really kind of struggling on, because I had students that needed phonics help. I had students that needed comprehension help, and they were all mixed in. And because even though I did it by levels, I had some kids there. Some kids were in this group because they couldn't read the words, and another child sitting next to them was in the group because they couldn't comprehend. So reading has always been my struggle, and that's why I'm mastering it, because I need some more guidance on that. But yeah, so let me just get to the point. I'm going to show y'all what I put together for my small group. All right, guys, so this is the title page. This comes out of Joey's teacher planner. So cute. I used my favorite color there. And then I just put the year at a glance for 2020, and then 2021. These are, let me see if I can do it with one hand. So she made these where they can move. Ooh, whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. She made these so that you could move them. So if I wanted to, I could have created a 2020-2021 school year at a glance, but I didn't want to, because that was just too extra. So because, yeah, I just didn't want to do that. So the next page I have is some notes, because when I print this, of course, page 2 will be on the back of page 1, and page 2 and 3 will open up as one spread. So I just put some notes there so I could just write some things down. That also was in Joey's teacher binder. This came from the small group binder, and this is my workshop, my reading workshop, or the workshop binder, excuse me. And it came with a reading, writing, and math workshop. So I did just, like I said, I did set it up for reading, because I didn't know, but we're just going to skip down to math. So this is the math, and these are going to be like dividers. So I'm going to print these on cardstock. So the next thing is a mastery skills mastery checklist. So I'll just put the standard up here, students' names down here, and then once they've mastered it, I'll just put an M right there. Same thing for term 2, term 3, and term 4. All right, the next tab will be strategy groups, which is just my small groups. This is where I would plan out for each group what we do, and just like the notes. So this will be for the entire week. So what my plans is just to put the group name, because I do plan on actually naming my groups this year, which in the past I haven't, but this year I do plan on naming my groups. So, and then I just have the group number. And then what is going to be the strategy that we're going to use. So not necessarily the standard, but the strategy that we use to attack the standard. And then what activities did we use to accomplish that? And then, and then some notes. So after that, I have daily strategy group notes. So this is what I will be taking as we are going through the lesson. What do I notice about certain students? I'm messing this up. What do I notice about certain students and everything? And then we'll set a goal for the next meeting. And so I'm going to put a couple of these in between each math group. So I have one for 4 groups because I don't ever have more than 4 groups. We have very small class sizes. So I don't see the need to have 5 groups just to stress me out. That's just not smart. This is going to be a small group planning. So what my other students are going to be doing while I'm meeting with the groups. So I'll scroll back up so you can get a gist of what I'm talking about. So this came from Joey's teacher planner as well. And excuse me, as you can see, she has like the first rotation, second rotation, third rotation, fourth rotation, and then the groups going down this way. So this is what they're doing each rotation, which is very simple for me. It's just easier for me to know, like, well, it'll be helpful for me to know what they're supposed to be doing in each group instead of trying to figure out the day of. So I'll just put the group name. So she did it for reading, but she didn't do it for math. So that is why I included this, which also came out of her teacher binder, teacher planner. And I can just easily put first rotation, second rotation, third rotation, fourth rotation, and the group names down this way. Then I would put the activity. So like this would just be this is just some more, I may not even use this actually, but this is just some more planning for each group, what the beginning level group is going to do, developing, so on and so forth, and then the standards and who is a part of that group. So this is just like a glance at it, and then this will be more in detail for like the activities that they're going to do and like the strategy that they're going to use to attack it. The next thing is just an idea keeper. So what do I plan on doing like for each standard? So here you can put the topic and then the standard, because we know within standards we have multiple topics that we have to cover. And then you could put different ideas that you have for centers. And then I have intervention, data tracking. This came from that small group thing, and I'll have this all linked below. But this is of course a divider. I can't think today. So then I have the RTI data collection sheet that came from the teacher binder. This is like so detailed, exactly what I needed as far as collecting data. That's another struggle of mine. And then this is the intervention plan. So this is like really detailed, and then this is just like quick. I could just scribble it down really quickly. So I did interventions on this day, this day, this day. This was the result of those interventions. Should we continue or change it? And then my notes. And then it's just really cute. And then this one is planning. So if I have a group of students, this is more for like tier 3. And this is for per student. Doesn't matter what tier. I mean, technically you are recording data technically you have to report data on tier 3, but I just collect data for tier 2 because you still have to meet and have data to explain why you want to keep their plan or move them down a tier. So move them up or down a tier. So this is if I have like a tier 2 and most of the tier 2s were all together, like they all needed help with one. The same thing, this will be for that. All right, so then the assessment data tracking, and then I could just write the marking period or type it here. And then the assessment name or standard, and then the students' names, and then what they received. And that's it. Okay, y'all, so that was it. I know I was stumbling over my words. I do apologize. It is like 10 o'clock here. Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. And I did take a melatonin pill to help me go to sleep on time, because last night I didn't go to sleep until, I think like 1:30. So I took a melatonin pill so I can go to sleep a little earlier today. But yeah, so that is going to be my small group planner. I'm about to print it out so that I have it ready to go and I can mark it off of my list of summer projects. Y'all, the list of summer projects is like incomplete completely. Like, I haven't done anything this summer, which is fine because I did focus on school for myself. So that's cool. I'm fine with it. But I think I shared this yesterday. I did find out that we will be able to go in our classroom, so that's something else I'm thinking about and how to use my time wisely, because I feel like that is going to be the only day we get to go in, as far as I'm concerned, because I want to go home. And I'm going home, y'all. I'm going to see my mama. But yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, that's gonna be the only day we get to go during pre-planning. I think we will have the opportunity to work from school. I will ask, because that is a question of mine. But yeah, so I have been writing down a list of things to do, and then when Friday comes in my personal planner, I'll write down everything that I want to get done that day. So I'll like schedule it, what needs to come first, second, third, fourth. Right now, this is just kind of like a brain dump of everything I need to do, like when I go in my classroom or pre-planning, and then I'll list it out as far as importance. Like on this list, I think I have, hold on. Okay, so on this list, I know I have like clean up a lot of things, like clean my bins that's been there since March 13th, which is so crazy, y'all, to think that I haven't been in my classroom for 5 months. Like, it's crazy, and I really do miss it. But anyway, I am going to clean the bins. I'm going to take a big tote, like a big tote. I'm going to put some of the things that I want to take to my classroom. I'm going to carry it in 2 big totes. And I am going to bring some bleach. And hopefully I can have some water in there, and some soap. And I'm just going to let them soak in the bleach and clean themselves. Because, yeah, they've been sitting there. And I'm not going to bring them home and transport them to my house and then back, because that's ridiculous. I'm just going to bring a big tote and let it sit in bleach. Because that's that. But yeah, so a lot of cleaning will be done. I know that they have already waxed the floors. Like, we were able to go, I want to say like 2 weeks. So when we first got out March 13th, when we first, they first told us we weren't coming back March 13th. We were told we were going to come back 2 weeks later, which would have been our spring break. But then they told us, well, we're going to extend it all the way to the end of April. So, like, when I think I have a video on this, but I can't remember. But when we went back after those 2 weeks, I did see that they had already, like, mopped and waxed the floors. So I know our floors are waxed for sure. I'm sure they have sanitized everything in there. But just for my sanity, I want to just kind of, like, clean everything that belongs to me, because I don't think they touched, like, our stuff. So out of respect, which I totally appreciate. But yeah, so I'm going to soak all of those bins and all of that stuff in bleach, and yeah, hopefully disinfect all of it. So right now I am going to print those out, put them in my small group binder, and I think I'm going to call it a night, because like I said, it is 10 o'clock. I kind of want to wind down. As you can see, I'm tripping over my words. This afternoon was a struggle. I literally was looking at the screen like, oh my God. But I did, as you all saw earlier, I set up my Google site, so I'm really excited about that. I got a lot accomplished today. So I'll check in with you all tomorrow.